Are you ready?
I believe so.
Hello, everyone. It's another one of these. We're working on episode 5 and 6. Just chill. Although it seems people prefer these. We bash them out in half an hour. Forget all the months, years of hard work on Digi Level 2. People just want to see you and I sat here playing some rubbish old game.
Or good old game.
I'm drinking wine. It's a Friday evening.
I'm drinking bedtime tea.
She's boring.
It's a Friday evening. It's got lovely notes of nutmeg in it and a cozy, warming vibe.
Why are you talking in that voice?
I don't know. That was weird.
A little bit grating.
Yeah.
I found it put my teeth slightly on edge.
Oh, sorry about that. Take them off
A
the edge.
bit fake and a bit inauthentic.
Well, it was Newsreader Voice.
Don't do it again. Don't do that again.
I will be the judge of that.
Don't do that again. So, hey, Sanja, what do you know about Teletext?
Not much.
Very little.
Did you used to work for Teletext?
Yes, I did. That's right.
Oh,
yes.
wow,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What did you have instead of Teletext in Australia?
I should have researched this.
Yeah, what did you have?
We personally didn't have anything.
I was jealous. You had the bush telegraph, didn't you? You had the old bush telegraph. You had the flying doctors. If you wanted,
we did have the flying.
If you wanted information, you had to phone for a doctor, and he'd come in his plane, and he'd land in your back garden, and he'd go, "What do you want?" And you go, "Oh, I'd like the video game pages, please." And he'd go, "Right, okay. Here's my review of Earthworm Jim." Is that how it worked?
That's uncannily accurate. But be careful, I'll start using my newsreader voice.
Yeah, don't do that. It's not endearing like my Australian accent. I do.
Wow. So that's how bad it must be.
So you didn't have Teletext in Australia, as far as you know.
Wait, can I just Google that? Because I've been.
Don't start Googling things.
Every time you mention it, I want to look it up because, I have vague memories of feeling jealous of people who did have it.
What do you mean? What?
I remember feeling jealous of not have. I remember feeling envious. That's a less aggressive word, isn't it? I remember feeling envious that Teletext was out there and I didn't have access to it.
But you did visit England when you were growing up because your mum's English, isn't she?
I was too young to remember if
maybe
they had
you saw Teletext or Ceefax.
Well, that was in the early 80s. Was it around then?
Yeah.
Okay. I know when I went to Italy in my 20s, they had it there, and then I was like, "Oh my god, it's amazing." I still didn't really look at it that much, but you could get the weather on it and
you could
news and stuff, and I just thought it was such a cool idea. It was
I loved it. I was obsessed with it.
It was the internet for us before we had the internet.
So, Teletext, of course, had its own game. I was directly involved. Mr. Biffo, Paul Mr. Biffo Rose was directly involved in the creation of the iconic Bamboozle.
Wow.
Not only did I get the gentleman who used to run Bamboozle, Julian Edwards, the job at Teletext, because I'd worked with him at Lampbooks Racing. Not only that, but I designed Bamber Boozler.
You actually designed the character.
Yes, I did that graphic on screen there 32 years ago.
Iconic.
Well, he is iconic, isn't he?
He is.
What a shame all those...
Did you base him on...
shame all those Christmas jumpers and things that they sell every year, the Teletext ones, I don't get a single penny from.
Oh. Did you base him on anyone that in particular or anyone that you knew?
Julian asked me, could you draw me a picture of someone who looks a bit like Bob Monkhouse? Do you know who Bob Monkhouse is?
I don't.
He was a comedian stroke quiz show host.
Ah.
And I mean the most sincerely, folks.
Has he seen? No.
Has Bob Monkhouse seen that?
It, yeah.
I mean, he might have done. Everyone in the country played
I'm
Bamboozle.
sure he did. But he didn't know that Bamber Boozler was based on him.
Probably not. No.
I wonder if he looked at him and went, "Oh, that's a good-looking guy. That is a
not.
really good-looking character."
Do you know what happened to Bamber Boozler in the end? Why he's not around anymore?
No.
Septicemia.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. He got. First of all, he got septicemia, and then top of his head, it got cut off by it was a window fell out of a hospital window fell out, like as they were fitting it. They hadn't put it in properly, and it fell at such an angle that it sort of sliced like the back of his head off.
That's really grim. Did you come up with this story?
No, that's what happened to Bamber Boozler.
Who wrote the story?
No one wrote the story. That's what happened to him. It was in the news. The back of his head, like just literally the back of it got sliced off. He didn't die.
Are you talking about the character or the guy who?
He's not a character.
Is based... What? What's going on?
You should have seen, dear listener, Sanja's face throughout me telling that story as she was trying to kind of hang on to the sort of reins of it. Anyway, I thought, well, hey, we should play Bamboozle. No one's ever done a Let's Play of Bamboozle. This is only possible to the genius that is Jason Robertson and the army of teletext archaeologists who recover pages from old VHS tapes.
I still find that absolutely amazing. It's like some sort of magic.
It is some sort of magic.
Like, how on earth do you do that?
I don't know. Well, I do know because I've seen a demonstration of Jason doing it. But if you want to go browse the archive, I'll put links and everything in the episode description. But you know, hats off to them. This is only possible, and the various Digitiser recoveries on Super Page 58 are only possible because of their tireless work.
That is amazing quality.
Well, thanks very much. I designed that.
I mean, no, for it to be recovered from an old VHS,
it's pretty good, isn't it?
That is like flawless.
Yeah. So,
do they have to like clean it up or anything when they recover it?
Yes, quite often. Yeah, sometimes you get ones. I mean, I've been through the archive to find some Bamboozles that are pretty much intact. There are some that are quite badly corrupted.
What happens when they're corrupted?
But you get weird kind of characters and letters and things in places where they're not meant to be, or graphics look like
weird characters, as in
not like
symbol, not like you know, third bird pops up.
No. So the way Bamboozle worked, it used the Teletext fast text keys. Do you know what they were?
No.
On old TV remotes for Teletext TVs, you had a red, a green, a yellow, and a blue button.
Oh yes, okay,
and
yes.
They would correspond to, at the bottom of the screen, as you can see there, question, chest bridge. Here it's all kind of point and click because they put links in. But back in the day, you would press, you know, whichever colour to correspond to those. And we could, those of us who edited the pages, we could change those links at the bottom to whatever pages we wanted them to go to.
Oh, right.
So some genius came to Teletext with the idea where you could make a multiple choice quiz using this. I mean, they went on to do an interactive adventure game based upon Nightmare, the ITV kids show, which I did all the graphics for as well.
That is so cool. Did you ever play it?
Well, yeah, I worked on it. I didn't really play it.
I know, but it's a different experience.
Well, we can have a go at playing it. Or something.
Okay, yeah, it's a different experience.
If I can find it, if it's been recovered.
Work on it, and than it is to actually enjoy it from beginning to end.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you feel that way?
A little bit. Don't know.
All right.
I don't really know. So, anyways.
Okay, I've completely lost him now.
Yeah.
That question was too
weird. I need another sip of wine.
No,
can you feel the dead air while I drink the wine?
That's not a good idea.
So Bamber Boozler, the name inspired by Bamber Gascoigne, who was a quiz show host. What did he present? University Challenge? He did.
His actual name was Bamber.
Bamber Gascoigne, yeah.
Not a nickname.
No, I mean it might have been short for something.
What do you reckon that's short for?
Bambolomew. Black Betty, Bamber Lamb. Is that okay to say?
I mean, it is a song. Okay, I don't know.
Probably fine.
But you have to sing it so people know that you're singing the song.
Yeah, but I didn't want to sing it in a way that was like an accent.
Oh, let's move on. This is dangerous.
That's why I just said spoke it.
Whispered it
out the corner of my mouth.
I know.
It's not racist if you say it out the corner of your mouth.
And mumble it too. people can't really tell what you're saying.
Exactly. It's not racist if you mumble.
It kind of makes it sound worse, but
So moving on, Bambo grew to have a whole family, Bambette and I can't remember, his wife and his kids, and Julian came up with all those, and he'd just say, "Oh, could you give me a wife for Bamber?"
And would they all be part of the quiz?
They'd pop up occasionally, or there'd be a kids one that was presented by his children.
Oh, okay.
I mean, of course,
so they only dealt with quizzes, nothing.
By the time he died, he had the back of his head like cut off and everything.
Can you tell me, is that real, or are you just making it up this evening?
He'd already split with Bambette by that point.
Oh no, drama. Wait, Paul, you've got that smile on your face, which makes me wonder if you're making things up.
Why are you even
doubting
it?
Me? Because of
He's a cartoon character that I designed called Bamber Boozler. Do you think he was really a real person?
No, but did he have the whole lore of having his head sliced off with a window? And his wife and children splitting up. It did happen. So then you laugh like that, and it makes me wonder if you're trolling me.
Yeah, the back of his head came off, like
from a window falling.
And the top of his skull, so his brain was exposed.
Everyone, Paul is demonstrating this physically, just so you know. It wasn't sliced horizontally; it was sliced diagonally
at an angle. So it was just the back of his head, like an angle.
I mean, yeah, but
like 45 degrees.
Still going to slice some of your brain off.
It didn't, though. Amazingly,
just like.
I think when
the
scalp came off, like some of the membrane like ripped some of the brain meat out.
This is a very intricate telling. Can you please just be honest with me? Are you making this up now, or was this part of Teletext lore?
This was part of it on towards the end of Bamboozle's run. Bamber popped up and said, "Hi everyone, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but the back of my head got sliced off. I have septicemia, and when it didn't slice my brain, however, some of my brain meat did get pulled out when the skull came."
Why are you laughing about such a serious topic?
And also Bambette's left me. Bambette's left me for a diplomat.
Why are you laughing at that? That's
a diplomat
tragic.
from Taiwan, and so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do the quiz anymore. Goodbye. That was literally his final message,
which you've memorised.
Yeah, I have memorised it.
Okay, I'm sitting in doubt.
So anyway, so I thought we'd play some. What I'm trying to say is, I thought we'd play some Bamboozle
while he was still alive.
So here we go. Our resident quizmaster Bamber Boozler will pose 12 questions using your fast text. I don't know if this will work on the archive, but you could cheat back in the day because the right answer or the wrong answer or something, depending on when you pressed it. When you used to press the fast text keys, the numbers at the top would up here would start moving.
Right.
I can't remember what the cheat was, but
well, that's useful.
Shut up.
Glad that's amused you.
Whatever. Let's just move on. Right. Hi. Do you actually? What's his voice? I've forgotten what his voice was. Because of course he had to. There was the voice after his like brain meat came out.
Oh no!
His initial voice was, "Oh, do you remember the first time you played Bamboozle?" That's the best I could come up with on a short notice.
Well, even though it's a voice that's well established. See, I don't know how much of this you're making up and how much is.
Hi guys. Hello. Do you? No. Don't do that.
That will only work if you did it out of the side of your mouth, mumbling.
Hi, do you remember the first time you played Bamboozle? Was it one of those moments you'll never forget? That very first touch of the red key? Oh, sweet memories.
Sounds a bit dirty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think Bamber Boozler, it was never explicitly stated, but it was hinted quite heavily that he was a slut.
I didn't see that comment.
Well, that's what Bambert said.
Yeah, You're coming up with so many things that I honestly don't know what's real and what's just being invented right now.
What is interesting though, isn't it, that I was the man who created Bamber Boozler, or at least his vision, his visuals.
Yeah.
This is like if I said like Pudsey the dog had like the back of his head sliced off.
We couldn't doubt you because you were the creator.
Well, I wasn't the creator of Pudsey the dog, but
his story.
I could come up with a Pudsey too, couldn't I? Quite, and it would be lore.
Yeah.
That would be canon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Leave that with me.
You didn't invent Pudsey the dog, but you did invent Pudsey the dog, the character.
Kind of. I mean, I got very heavily told what to do.
Oh.
I mean, I put all the pig who had diarrhea constantly in there. That was purely me. So, I'd like to take credit for that. Anyway, right. So, do you remember the first time you played?
I've never played it before.
Right, so you wouldn't remember?
No.
Right.
Oh,
you need to tell him that.
Okay, no.
It's not voice activated, so no.
Well, where do you write no?
It's a rhetorical question.
Oh.
It's not the quiz. The quiz hasn't started
I
yet.
thought we were playing Granny's Garden again.
It hasn't started yet. Right, so press red to start. So what you would do is you would press red on your remote.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so...
Question 1. If you're out of luck or out of work, we could send to you...
No.
We could send...
To you. Oh,
to you.
typo,
oh, typo.
Julian.
To Johannes... To Johannes...
They were too busy looking for imaginary swear words in Digitiser. That's why they weren't checking this.
They couldn't see the word
And yet, they had a yellow slut right under their nose.
Don't slut shame Bamber Boozler.
I do what I like. I created him.
So we could send you to Johannesburg. Words from which Elvis Costello hit? Red, Radio, green, Oliver's Army, yellow, Veronica, or cyan, A Good Year for the Roses.
So...
press the C flower of your choice.
That's a corruption.
It's
not. They're not called sea flowers. They're colours.
I am so excited. We get to see a corruption live.
Well, no, it's there.
I know. That's really cool.
Well, pardon me. I wouldn't say it's live.
Don't mind the live burps from
live birds.
No, we're getting to see corruption. That's exciting.
Great,
right, live on this video. All right. I'm impressed.
I want to say there was no Wikipedia back then.
Right.
Also,
no phones.
But yeah, well, yeah. But also, I don't know what year this one's from. I think it's from like 96. But also no time limit on how long it took you to answer.
So you could run to the library, get the encyclopedia, rifle through it.
I mean, there was no prize, so that seems like a lot of effort to go to.
Well, the prize is being correct.
Okay.
Which I won't be correct because I don't actually know the answer to this.
I don't. I don't either. The only one of these songs I know is Oliver's Army. I'm
going to pick. If you're out of luck or out of work, we could send you to just Johannesburg. Now, I'm going to cross out Radio. I'm going to say it's either Oliver's Army or Veronica. But let's pick Oliver's Army because it doesn't seem like much of a love song.
Did you know my sister's friends when I was little all called me Elvis after Elvis Costello because I had glasses like him?
Ah.
Oliver's Army is here today. Oliver's Army is here today. Oh.
So what I'd like you to do is to sink into that old nickname and into
I'm going to click on Oliver's
impersonate Army. Oliver's. Yes.
I'm going to choose
Use your inner Elvis.
It's the only song I know. I'm going to choose the green sea flower. Yes.
Yes. Well done. All right. Question 2.
Oh, I know this.
Former Spandau Ballet member Martin Kemp now plays a character in which TV soap? I'm going to say EastEnders because you said you know this answer and you have a connection with EastEnders.
Yeah.
Would you like to comment?
Dirty Den's illegitimate love child. I was on the other end of that Leslie Grantham webcam. You don't know that reference.
No. But it's amusing you.
Right. Red.
Yeah, red.
Well done, Sanja.
Yes.
Question 3. Do you want to read that?
Sure. His films
I know this
include Enemy of the State, Crimson Tide, and The French Connection. Name him.
It's a bit aggressive.
That's
isn't
very, commanding, isn't
also,
it?
Bamber's now got a W on his chin.
What? Oh, another corruption. Yes. Love that. It's like it makes it more unique.
Does it?
Yeah. What does the W stand for, Paul? On his chin. Now, if this was me taking ages to think of something, you would be shouting.
This is
dead air, dead air.
this is comic timing. But now you've interrupted it, so there's no point me saying what I was going to say, which is Wagstain.
No, that's mean. Don't call Bamber Boozle
I
that.
wasn't. I was saying he had one on his chin.
Oh.
Right, go on.
His films include Enemy of the State, Crimson Tide, who is it? Gene Hackman, Peter Fonda, Dennis Hopper, Clint Eastwood.
Well, we know it's not Dennis Hopper because he's a character in Winnie the Pooh.
I'm going to say he's not the one from... No, he's not.
He's the rabbit.
Dennis
Oh, you're finding that far too funny.
He's not the one from Stranger Things, is he?
No, dear.
I don't think it's Clint Eastwood. I'm going to say Gene Hackman.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you're good at this.
Is it Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
I thought you just pressed red.
I did, which was Gene Hackman.
Oh, was it? Okay. Question 4. What colour are the flowers of the plant Litherospermum diffusum?
oh, yeah, Bamber. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
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 Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you pick that
No.
flower name on purpose?
No, I didn't go through the questions. Oh, did I pick it? I didn't write the questions.
Oh, you didn't write the questions?
No, Julian used to write the questions.
Oh, I see.
I think I may have written the questions for 1 or 2 Bamboozles when Julian was off or busy or something. But no, I didn't do the questions. I mean, we sat right next to Julian. He was over the partition and used to get irritated with us.
Well, since you didn't write this question, oh my God, look, yellow is 9-yellow.
Oh, yeah.
So which sea flower do you think it is?
Oh,
Lithospermum diffusum.
I kind of want to say 9-yellow.
9-yellow. I don't think it is 9-yellow, but also 9-yellow is cyan.
Yeah, well, that's confusing, isn't it?
That's so confusing. And orange is yellow. Oh my God, and blue is...
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, when you say yellow, do you mean orange?
Yeah, I know.
What one are you talking about?
It's going to mess up your mind the way you answer this question. Well, I like 9-yellow. I think it's wrong, but I just want to pick 9-yellow.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, there's there she is.
They call him 9-yellow.
Do you want to read what Bambette says?
Bambette says, he said he's leaving the nonsense on these pages to me, but warned there's no good nonsense and bad nonsense. So if it's not up to scratch, he's going to drop me from these pages. I can hardly hide my excitement. Oh my God, so maybe you're right. They did split up.
Well, they did, yeah, they did.
I thought you were making it up.
No, look, they did.
No, that's really sad.
And the worst thing is, she left him when he was in hospital recovering from his head injury. And that's where he contracted the septicemia because he had
his immune system was so low because he was depressed.
They couldn't immediately, because eventually they did put his skull back on with metal kind of clamp things.
Was he like a cyborg?
They screwed it back. No, don't be ridiculous. It's not science fiction. The guy had a traumatic head injury. They put his skull back on eventually with sort of metal screws. But prior to that, his head was just open because they said they couldn't put bandages over it. So what they kind of put this sort of basket out. They put this sort of plastic basket over his head, which was sort of like a grid pattern, which was
Why?
exposed to
Why did it have to
the
be a
air.
grid pattern?
That's just what it was.
Did the
To
brain
stop
have to
so that
breathe?
air could get to it.
Right.
So it had holes in it. But unfortunately, a bird flew
In the hospital.
flew through the window of the hospital and flew into the kind of big plastic basket thing that was protecting his head. And
Did you think it was a nest or something?
it got in there and it panicked, and it ripped out more brain meat with its feet while it was flapping around in there. Oh, it was awful.
How did he survive all of this?
Well, he didn't. He had to give up Bamboozle.
No, but how did he survive?
He's not
alive?
dead. He's still alive.
And how is he these days?
He's in a vegetative state.
Oh, they weren't able to reconstruct his brain or in any way.
I mean, I think they just sort of they picked out some of the bits and just just dropped it in there to put the head back on and just sort of see.
That's not nice.
But
I would say that is medical
malpractice.
Yeah.
Malfeasance.
Are we allowed to go back and change
yes.
our answer?
Yes.
How do you do that?
Just any colour to continue. Right, so we know these.
Okay, so it's not an yellow. What colour are the flowers?
Okay, let's not deliberate too long.
All right, I don't
It's
know.
really
Say,
boring.
I don't know. Pink, but I want to say orange, but that's not.
Pink.
But orange isn't very likely,
Right,
is it?
pink. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, okay. Pick orange then. Orange.
You mean yellow?
Yeah, yellow, but orange.
Oh, for God's sakes.
What? So
Yeah.
what colour? The flowers are blue.
I thought it used to send you back to the beginning, but
The
you know.
colours are blue.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, we're never going to guess this, are we? Sport.
In which sport is the Henry Leaf Cup contested?
Leaf blowing.
Why does it say real tennis?
Oh, there's. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend I know, but I know real tennis is the proper name for tennis.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, for the tennis that we know.
Not
as
table tennis. Leaf.
Oh, real tennis.
Henry Leaf Cup. Bowls are often played on grass, but then so is golf.
I think
Grass is kind of like a leaf.
I don't think the leaf is necessarily a clue. Okay, I'm just pressing on because if you're going to deliberate every question like this, it's really not worth it.
It's called comedic timing.
No, it isn't, is it?
Right, you pick one.
I'm just going to press blue. Well, good.
Yay! What is measured by the SI unit?
Sex index. Sex index.
Is that what
That's
Bamber Boozler wants it to say?
Yes, because he's a slut. He's a dirty slut. Prior to the accident.
Right.
Yeah. That was the other thing as well, of course. 'Cause when they put the head back on, one of the doctors, his wedding ring got trapped in there. Like under his skull, under Bamber's
In the
skull.
brain?
Yeah. So they had
It's like those cakes with coins in them.
Yes, but the doctor said, I can't go home if I haven't got my wedding ring on. My wife's going to think I've been having an affair. So they had to take him back down to the operating theatre and open his head up again so he could get the wedding ring out. But and by which time the amount of blood Bamber had lost.
I feel really bad for him.
Well,
Did the doctor get his wedding ring back?
Yeah. He just just pulled the top of the head, but they had to unscrew it all, and so it was like another sort of 12 hours in the operating theatre. They had to unscrew the top of the skull, screw it all back, take the wedding ring out.
That's intense.
And then, of course, some of the bits of brain fell on the floor and got all like fluff on them, and they just put it.
No,
back in.
Paul, that's too far.
Why is that too far?
I don't want fluff on the brain.
Yeah, so they put that back in.
The hospital's so dirty that there was fluff on the floor in the operating room.
It was the 1990s, so different time. It was also white dog shit everywhere. So they put that in his skull as well and screwed it back up.
That's so mean. Okay, what is measured by the SI unit, the Newton?
Force. I nearly said force.
Awakens.
Force. No, 'cause
Why?
I was thinking because like fig newtons.
What has that got to do with
I was thinking
force?
force newtons. I thought force newtons were a
starts with
type
an
of
F.
biscuit.
SI. I've got no idea.
How did Julian come up with all these without without.
I'm going to put
Wikipedia.
electrical current. Julian must have been super smart. Oh, I got it wrong.
mean, I think he was just like average.
Well, he must have.
Oh, we've gone back to this.
Oh no,
What
it
was
was
it,
blue.
blue?
In which sport? Did we get that right?
Yeah, but I can't remember what I clicked on. I think I said tennis. Yeah.
Real tennis.
What did I click on?
I think electrical current. So it's not that frequency. I knew that was going to be wrong.
Well, then why did you say it?
Oh, back there again.
This is an annoying game. Why did anyone play this? What was it?
Blue.
Thanks.
Tennis. Real tennis.
None of your fake tennis.
I don't know. You decide.
I don't know. Force. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, you did it. So it was force newtons.
Yeah, delicious.
Trust your gut. Developed by a US research team under the direction of Dr. Carruthers.
Oh.
What was patented on this day? Well, we don't know what.
February the 16th.
Oh, okay. February the 16th in 1937. Was it nylon, plastic, linoleum, or Coca-Cola?
Right, I don't know a lot about bras,
Right.
but you see at the top here, it says 13D, which I imagine it might be a corruption or as a result of the archive.
Yeah.
What would a woman with 13D breasts look like?
Like a stick.
Just a stick, but with a big boob.
Yeah, a big boob in relation to the size of the stick. Because, like, 13... I've never seen.
I don't understand bra measurements.
I've never
I know
seen-
that like 40, 52 DD is meant to be really big.
Yeah, but like, let's say 13 is kind of like a child size. So, but possibly even smaller. So, I'm imagining
So
a
like
twig.
a homunculus.
I'm imagining a twig with, because and then the cup size, like the D, is in relation to the band size. So like a 13D would have smaller boobs than a 34D, for example. So it would be a stick with like little balloons, maybe.
Little balloons.
Yeah, like,
It's very confusing.
it is confusing.
Anyway, developed by a US research team under the direction of Dr. Carruthers, what was patented on this day in 1987?
Not Coca-Cola.
Not Coca-Cola, it's older than that. Linoleum.
1937. I mean, nylons were all the rage during the Second World War. So
true.
I'm gonna say maybe linoleum.
I keep wanting to click on this.
Then do it. Trust your instinct.
Ah,
Oh, no
God.
way.
What's-
She's still saying the same things. At least when I'm on these pages, you don't get me going on about the future of TV and the millennium. Look, she's got a little heart.
do you think she's okay? I don't think she's okay.
I think she's pretending to be okay.
I don't think she's all right.
She's soldiering on when really she just wants to cry.
Do you reckon it was her that pushed that window out
No, that's
on him?
no, that's
So
too
she could run
dark.
off with the diplomat.
That's too. She wouldn't do that.
Should we say nylon then?
Yeah, let's try nylon.
You were right first time.
Ah,
Oh, we know this one.
of which country
Surely the question should get more
did
difficult. as they go
Fidel
on.
Castro become the prime minister on the 16th of February in 1959?
What is that old proverb that Fidel Castro while Rome burned? What? Is that what they say? Now Fidel Castro while Rome burned? Fidel Castro while Rome burned? Fidel Castro while Rome burned? Fidel Castro while Rome burned?
Are you glitching? What colour do you think it is?
I don't know. Well, it's Cuba, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Rubik's Cuba. It's not funny, is it? It's not even like a pun or anything. There is a bit of a pun.
It's
but
a bit
not
of.
really.
I thought it was good.
I know, but it's out of context of anything.
I like it. What's your favourite puzzle and country? Rubik's Cube. No, that doesn't work. That does not work.
Do you know what I thought of in bed the other night as I was dropping off?
What?
Imagine if there was a man called Peter Patter and he had tiny feet.
How could you sleep after having a thought like that? That would just like wake you up.
Imagine that. Imagine how awful, how awful that would be if he had really small feet. Oh, here he comes, the Peter Patter of tiny feet. Anyway, just crossed my mind. Question 9. Who is the Foreign Secretary? Oh, I don't know at that point.
Oh, what year is this?
Robin Cook. Cook, Brown, Dobson, Prescott. Barley, Dibble and Grub. Is it Barley, Dibble and Grub? I'm going to say Robin
Sage
Cook.
Berry in time.
I've drawn a teletext image of Robin Cook before.
Have you?
Yes.
Do you remember what it looked like?
Yes. Hey! Woo, woo, woo,
Yay!
woo, woo. It's Robin Cook.
Captain Cook to you.
I had to do it for the picture of Robin Cook because he was visiting a Ladbrokes betting shop when I worked at Ladbrokes. They needed me to do a caricature of him.
Did he like it?
Don't know.
Never heard from him
Nah,
again
never.
after that.
Oh, I never heard from him before that either. So, no, I never
Hi,
heard.
Paul. I'm
Robin
just
Cook.
calling to congratulate you on the lovely caricature of my fine face.
Robin Cook, well, Bird.
No, not again. In which country are the towns Letchworth, Hitchin, and
think I know.
Stevenage, Hertfordshire?
Yeah.
Oh, they could be Bedfordshire. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Hertfordshire.
Do you want to go with the original answer?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
but I'm
could
going to have to hurry you.
be- Okay,
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to hurry you.
Hertfordshire, please, sir.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We're nearly at the end.
How many American states begin with the letter B?
There's
B for Bamber Boozler.
California,
Bubork.
Newport, Bennington,
Florida.
Blur, Blur, Blur,
Bl-
Blur, Blur, Blur. Well, Bird.
Lucky there's no time limit on this. Look at Penny's face.
Do you know what? I actually can't think of any off the top of my head. Boston? No, that's not. That's Massachusetts. Boston's a city.
How many American states?
I think none.
Well, let's have a think about it.
I'm gonna say none. I think
Hang
it's a
on,
trick question.
don't
Why?
pick it
You can
yet.
just go back.
Um,
Okay, dead air. No, well, you think I have to fill the dead air with things of wit and nonsense.
okay, pick none.
Okay. Booyah! Knew it.
Nice. How many American states? No, don't worry. Where in the body would you find the fontanelle?
I think the question is
skull.
where in his body we'd find a fontanelle. I think
I
we all
don't
know.
Would he still have a fontanelle? Yes, he would.
Do you reckon
Innocent-
the fontanelle was the Regency era fonts? So I've got to stop laughing at myself. Most of what I'm saying is not even funny.
Well, you're having a great time. I'm going to say in the skull because it's this soft spot.
Oh, so
here.
you know what it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Watch me get it wrong.
Hey!
How many did you get right first time?
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That is all way too mathematical.
There he is anyway. So, well, it doesn't mean
It's
anything.
at
Sometimes it...
9 p.m.
Normally, this page would have like a themed, you know, like 12 or more, genius, 10 to 11, subgenius, 8 to 9, try harder next time, 5 to 7, subnormal, 3 to 4, brain dead.
Oh,
0.
don't make that joke after what happened to him.
Yeah, well, that's why it happened. Because you ever seen the film
Karma.
Karma? Karma or Consequences. Karma and the film's called Karma and Consequences, which was actually based on Bamber Boozler's life because he used to call people brain dead, and then he ended up with like white dog shit and fluff in his head.
That's so horrible. I think that took it too far.
Just crumbled when they put the skull on.
No, God. Which actor played Bamber Boozler in the film?
Bob Monkhouse.
Oh, nice. It's like we've come full circle.
Yes, we have. Well, I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun for me. I enjoyed that a lot.
Excellent.
We'll do this again. We're going to do more Bamboozle playthroughs.
Oh, there's more than one. Oh, yeah, duh. That was such a dumb
It ran
statement.
for like 15 years. It was like every day.
What?
Yeah, it was
That's
daily.
a lot of quizzes.
That's a lot of quizzes. Yeah. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed that.
His mouth looks like a heart. Well, his like nasolabial folds
Oh yeah.
and mouth
Oh,
look
yeah.
like a heart.
Oh yeah. His nasal
These lines, I don't know what they're called.
his labial folds. Look like
Nasolabial folds.
I just realised if you put an L on the end of NASA, it says nasal. No wonder the space shuttle.
What does that mean?
Had a big nose.
What on earth does that mean?
Think about it, everyone. Think about it. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, you probably did enjoy that more than Digi Level 2, because frankly, so everyone seems to. So, that's all. That's all we need to do now for the rest of our lives.
Just quizzes.
Just quizzes. Okay. Thanks for listening. Go watch any episodes you haven't watched already, because they're really good.
They are.
Aren't they?
They're excellent.
Aren't they? They're excellent.
If we say so ourselves.
Then there's extra stuff on our Patreon, www.patreon.com/Mr. Biffo. Isn't there, Sanja?
There is. How exciting.
Exciting. Exclusive videos and things, some of which are almost as low effort as these. Right. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
See you later, alligator.